Hey guys, how are you? David Franco here from GearPop.com. Just a couple days ago, I uploaded this year's New York City and Christmas videos, which, guys, I am overwhelmed by your support. I got so many tweets over at twitter.com/DavidFranco and so many nice posts over at Facebook.com/DavidFranco saying how awesome this year's series was. And by the way, if you're interested, just go to my channel, search Grand Christmas in New York. There you can see an hour footage of Manhattan and all of its Christmas awesomeness. I mean, this goes for Times Square, Rockefeller Center, even Brooklyn. I made my way over there, and I finally saw the Grand Central Terminal Apple Store, which was amazing. But while I was there, I also got a chance to finally see my first Microsoft store ever. Now, this is a lot coming from me, the Apple enthusiast, but I obviously don't hate Microsoft. I mean, I love my Xbox 360. I'm not a Windows hater. I mean, I don't really like Android. I have no problem saying that, but my excitement about going to the Microsoft store was, well, one, I'd never been to one before, so I really wanted to see how it compares to the Apple store, and two, I really wanted to get my hands on a Microsoft Surface because I have never even used one before. Okay, so let's start out with my impressions. What was my first thought going into the Microsoft store? Well, honestly, it looked like an Apple store. Now, I'm not trying to get hate in saying that, but let's face it, guys, the Microsoft store would not exist if it wasn't for the Apple Store. And let's not forget about all the people that dissed Apple back then, years ago, when they said they were going to start opening retail stores. People freaked out because Gateway failed and blah blah blah, which I don't blame them. But once again, Apple proves everyone wrong and says, look, we have an awesome retail store, we have an awesome store experience. Customers are loving us, and that's the truth, guys. Apple stores are great. Whenever you go in there, there's always something to do, whether you're looking to play with the new iPad mini, the iPad, iPod, Macs, accessories, Thunderbolt displays, all that good stuff. There's just so much to do. So, for Microsoft to take that idea of a retail store and form it into their own, I gotta say it works out very well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it did look a lot like an Apple store. Same kind of color scheme, same colored shirts, not the same colored shirts, but you know what I mean, these solid colored shirts. That way it's easy to find an employee, which it's not a bad thing that they took their took Apple's ideas. I mean, that's sometimes what you gotta do in business. Apple's taken ideas from Android before, and vice versa. It's just how business works. However, with all that aside, I really did enjoy the Microsoft Store for what it is. Going in, right away I noticed a very clean layout. Everybody was very helpful. A little too helpful, I think. They kind of jump you with the whole Microsoft Surface thing and throwing all these stats at you. And I don't think customers need to know exact details of HDMI output and the resolution and stuff. I mean, customers in general don't care about that stuff. As long as it works, then it works. Now, me personally, and you most likely watching this video, we obviously do care about specs. But I was listening to the Microsoft employees explain their service to the guy next to me. It's like, oh yeah, it does this and this and this, and it is just kind of, specs and whatever. And I felt like saying, whoa, slow down. Explain to them the Surface and how it can better improve their lifestyle and how it works for them. They don't need all that spec jargon. But with that aside, I gotta say, guys, I was actually really impressed with the Microsoft Surface. I mean, it felt new, it felt different. I mean, my whole complaint with Android is it feels like iOS, but with a little more customization here and there and widgets and all that stuff, which is fun. But that's the thing, it doesn't feel that different from iOS. It has the same kind of experience that you get from iOS, but in Android form. But then again, with Surface, I mean, Windows RT, whatever they're calling it, I'm really not sure. I don't follow the whole Windows thing that closely anymore. It was really cool. I mean, it was a little skippy here and there in terms of the frame rate, but I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, the interface was fresh. I loved the whole tiles because it felt like I was using my Xbox 360, which I gotta give Microsoft props. I love the whole unified experience. I mean, just like Apple, when you go from iPad to using Mountain Lion, things are pretty much the same with the calendar app, the notes app. It's very smart, and I'm really glad Microsoft is taking that and putting it into, well, Windows in general. Also, something I really did like about the Microsoft Store was they actually give you stools to sit on while using the Surface. That's something Apple does not do. They make you stand or kind of crouch over and use the iPad and the MacBooks and stuff, and it kind of hurts your back after a while. And yes, I know in the kids section they do have those big balls that you can sit on, which are awesome. By the way, I looked them up once. They literally cost a couple $1,000s. Insane. But still, guys, I gotta give Microsoft props. I mean, I had 2 people encourage me to just sit down and enjoy the Surface. But I said, no, I'm okay. I enjoy standing. But then again, I'm used to standing because I've been to an Apple store millions of times. Okay, so what else did I notice? Well, it was a small store. Unfortunately, it was just a pop-up store I noticed. This means that the store's only there for a couple months. I believe they opened up in October. And because they're in Times Square, I imagine the rent is insane. I mean, it's Microsoft. They could literally lose billions of dollars and still be okay as far as I'm aware. But still, guys, I was actually really disappointed to see that the Microsoft store is most likely not going to be there next time I'm in New York, which is most likely springtime or so. However, it is still really cool that the Microsoft pop-up store is even there. I mean, it was really awesome to actually go in and experience the Microsoft store for what it is. I think we have one in the Cherry Hill Mall, which isn't far from here, and I think it's somewhat near an Apple store, and I hear it's a beautiful store. So I still have to check that out, and that's a real Microsoft store, meaning it's not going to go away anytime soon, and it's not limited on inventory and everything like that, because the Microsoft store in Times Square, I gotta say, I was disappointed because it was small, and they didn't have much Xbox 360 stuff. I mean, they had Xbox 360 stuff here and there. Oh, and they had a really sweet Halo 4 controller. I gotta figure out, where to buy that, because the controller was awesome. I was just looking at it. You can see the components inside with the Halo 4 logo and the outside shell. It was just really nice. Oh, guys, by the way, I also used the Nokia Lumia 920. It was a pretty cool phone. It was a little too big for my taste. It felt very thick. But I gotta say, going back to the OS perspective, just like the Surface, I really enjoyed the Windows tile interface and the whole... I don't think they call it Metro UI anymore, do they? What do they call it? Modern UI? I forget. Either way, it was a really cool experience. It didn't feel as intuitive as my iPhone, but again, and I really gotta stress this, it was different than Android, and that's something I always welcome. So guys, overall, what are my thoughts regarding the Microsoft Store experience? I already said this millions of times in this video, but I really enjoyed it. Microsoft did a great job. I mean, I really wish they'd put more Xbox 360 stuff in the Times Square store. But then again, like I said, it's a pop-up store, meaning it's temporary, so it could be gone next month. But for the time I enjoyed it, it was pretty sweet. And there you guys have it, because I know I've been having people asking, David, have you ever been to a Microsoft store, or do you want to go to one? And, well, there you go. There are my thoughts. Overall, it was pretty sweet, and I will definitely be going to the Cherry Hill Apple Store, or is it Christiana Mall? I think it's Cherry Hill. Either way, I'll definitely be checking out a real Microsoft store sometime soon. Alright guys, well that's it for today's video. Actually, this is the last video for this week. Yeah, I mean, I won't see you guys until Christmas Eve, because this is a busy schedule this week in terms of wrapping up my videos, getting my content out there, getting things ready for the holidays. But do stay tuned for a new video on Christmas Eve, December 24th. That should be my 27 video, I'm calling it. 27 meaning, yes, I'm turning 27 this Saturday, December 22nd is my birthday. Should be pretty cool. So look for a video on that where I just, do the birthday cake celebration thing, show off my gifts, all that good stuff. Maybe I'll get a video game, or that's always fun to share that experience with you guys. And then Christmas Day, I'm not going to give any details, but be sure to check my channel. Trust me, you guys are going to want to do that. I have a big surprise in store for you. But until then, guys, don't forget to check out my links below for social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and for details on how to get 7 days of free backup for your Mac or PC, and to read those files in your iPad, iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, all that good stuff. Details are right below. Check it out, and any of that commission I get from that website goes to future product unboxings and reviews, because I am an affiliate. So check out backupandsyncupcom for further details. Alright, that's it for today. I will see you in Monday's video. No, wait, hold on. The world is ending tomorrow. Crap. Well, if the world doesn't end, then I'll see you guys Monday. Hopefully. Peace.